Hello, everyone. Welcome to Harv's World. I see Hunter. I see a firefighting farmer. A little bit of a slow start on this Saturday night. Normally, we do a little bit better getting started. There's Sharko. Sharko, buddy, how you doing, man? We are back on Almosta Farm. I have already got the onion harvester harvesting onions, and he's got 150,000 liters already. A lot of work to do on the farm tonight. But as I always say, this is really my only chance to play casual on on Farm Sim anymore. I'm always doing something, planning something, trying to figure something out. But not tonight. Saturday nights are the night to just chill, play a little Farm Sim, and talk to you fine folks. So how's everybody doing on a blisteringly cold Saturday night? At least it is here. Not blisteringly cold, but too cold for Harv. I don't know what... Oh, I know what he's doing. He's getting ready to do some back and forths. No, this isn't beets. This is onions. Kevin, how you doing, man? Good to have you. No, HH Quarter Horses, I will not go on Discord. I'm on YouTube. You can talk to me right here, buddy. Oh, yeah. Actually, I've kind of found that Discord disrupts my ability to stream sometimes, so I don't run Discord and a stream at the same time, except when we're doing the farming face-off, which actually started off pretty well. If you guys missed that on Wednesday night, the first episode of the farming face-off with Sharko and Caveman going head-to-head actually did pretty well. With a little bit of luck, it will pick up. We'll get some people who are ready to compete and have even more going on the farming face-off. Should be a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. That first episode was, so look forward to a lot more of that. And this guy is actually running under course play at the moment, so I'm going to get over here. This is that new field I was working on the last time we were together. And I am going to be planting this with hemp. Why? Because I can. Because it's all legal on Almosta Farm. At least according to Kaz and Newall and all those guys who are part of this map. Hey, did you guys see that Kaz released a new map this week? It's called Island Life. Old Timer Dave, who frequently stops into the stream, he did a reveal on that. I think that was last night. Last night or the night before. My days all get merged together, but it looks pretty darn sweet, I have to tell you. And oh, I've forgotten to set my settings back to US settings. That's better. I was like, man, why am I going 18 miles an hour in this thing? I wasn't. So what's the good word, ladies and gents? What are you all up to? Anything good? Anything bad? Come on, somebody's got to have a story to tell. I noticed this week, Kevin, that you finally let Karen out of her cage. I finally got another comment from her on on YouTube. I hadn't seen her post anything in a while. It was good to hear from her again, and just giving you a little bit of a hard time because I never see Kevin and Karen together. They're always separate. So I have the sneaking suspicion that they're like Clark Kent and Superman. So if you guys remember from last Saturday, this was the big field merger. The mega merger And actually, I bought 3 fields and merged them. But then after the stream, because of all that wood that I sold off, I had a bunch more money, so I just bought the other 2 fields and merged all 5 together. And I bought a new seeder because, well, frankly, I don't know, did I have this one last week? I can't remember. But everything was just a little too small. And I'm beginning to suspect that my chat has frozen again because I'm not seeing anything coming through. There we go. I'm terribly sorry, everyone. I was not ignoring you or your questions. Sometimes my chat freezes as I'm watching, and oh, Sharko's doing well with his 3D printing. It sounds like he makes some really cool stuff, guys. If you have an opportunity, I'm not sure where his storefront is or anything, but he does print some pretty cool stuff. Honey's a beast. How you doing? Welcome to the stream, Mr. Patch. Outstanding. Glad to have you here as well. It should be an interesting. I'm not the biggest sports guy. I do enjoy Super Bowl weekend, just like your average American, but I don't really follow a team or anything. And man, I blew that corner bad, didn't I? Ah, well. Nothing I can't touch up. That's the way I always did it, Mr. Patch. I would always play my game and have somebody else on my other monitor. Don't do that too much anymore. Just because I'm always recording, editing, or streaming. And so if I can't hear what I'm watching, it doesn't do me a lot of good. Because I have to listen to everything I'm working on. So obviously Sharko was there. Sharko was one of the competitors, but any of you guys catch the first episode of the Farming Face-Off? What did you think? I don't think we got too much feedback from it because everybody was in stream, and then of course we go offline once the stream is done. But how did it go? I know it's a little bit rough around the edges yet. Like I said, this is a test run that we're doing to work out the bugs, but I hope it'll take off. I have high hopes for the Farming Face-Off. I think there's some real potential there that we just need to tap into. And I swear, my chat is just going to be extra difficult tonight. I am not ignoring you guys, I promise you. Holy crap, honey. What are you doing to that poor truck of yours? Actually, it's Beast. I don't feel right calling you honey. Sorry, dude. What are you doing to that poor truck of yours? You're blowing your brake chambers. You're stuck in the snow. Good God, man. Oh, good, Kevin. I'm glad you liked it. Firefighting farmer. Glad you enjoyed it too. And yeah, if we can get some more contestants, anybody who's got the courage to step up and try to be a competitor, I think it will be much more exciting. And what Sharko means to say is anyone can be a contestant. Not only one. Anyone. The only requirement is that you be 18 plus. And of course it's on PC only. Wow, Beast, where are you again, man? Yeah, PC only. I bit off a lot of field on this one, I gotta tell you. This turned into a very, very large field. No, you wouldn't want to do that. You have to stop and help people when they're stranded like that. You just have to. I'll be honest, I had no idea Scotland got that much snow, but then it makes a lot of sense that it does now that I think about. I thought you were in Scotland, and then the snow was throwing me off, and then I realized I was just being an American with no sense of European geography. So are you stuck in your truck right now then? Watching the stream? Hoping for things to thaw out and for your brake chambers to get repaired? I hope you're at least in an inn or something. Hey Matt, how you doing, man? And you know, guys, I think we might be coming to an end here on Almosta Farm. It might be time to move on. I think this farm is pretty well doing everything it can do. Oh, well, I'm glad you made it home. And please have a beer for me. Or two, or five, or seven, or 10. And yeah, as the title said, we're trying to make a push to 900. That is a great question, Mr. Patch. I don't know. I am considering the new one from Kaz, Island Life. It is an awfully good looking map, but I also kind of think maybe people want to see a different map maker. I'm not sure. I know one thing. I think it might end up being a start from scratch type situation for sure. But yeah, this is the push to 900. I don't think we're going to make it there today, but it's going to be soon. It's going to be very soon. And YouTube is being weird because before the stream started, it said 890 for me. But then on the main page, it says 889. YouTube's been being weird like that all day. They can't make up their minds. That happens frequently. Whatever their algorithm is doing. Really, you're going to make me fold up just to get around this tree? Yeah, I'd say we've pretty well conquered Almosta Farm. You know, I mean, the only thing left to do is like buy every plot of land, and I don't really find that fun. That's actually a pretty decent cedar. It's poor driver is probably the better excuse. Well, we can all complain about YouTube, but I'll tell you what. They give us a platform, and all we can do is use it to the best of our ability. You know, imagine the cost to them. Now, don't get me wrong. I know they are making a buttload of money, but their infrastructure alone has to be outrageously expensive. Just absolutely outrageously expensive. Oh, and I said I was planting hemp. It's not hemp, it's hops. I don't think we had planted hops on this map. Beast. You're killing me, man. That's about right, Sharko. 111 more subscribers and I will make $1 a day. If I'm lucky. Very lucky. Hey Hunter, how you doing, man? Oh yeah, it's definitely the driver, because now I can't even tell where I've been. Rob the Variety Gamer, how you doing, man? Welcome to Harv's World. Everybody having a grand Saturday night? I am. Because, at the risk of repeating myself, because, well, I repeat myself a lot. I have got ducks. And early on, I don't know who all was here at the time, but the crowd said they wanted cattle. And so I've been working my way toward cattle. I had not gotten there yet. But that's going to come tonight. We get cattle and pretty much all the goals will have been met. I've not had a chance yet, Hunter. You're talking about the country western song by whatever guy you were insisting I shout out his name about? Yeah, I've been hearing good things about West Texas, Rob. You are not the first person to mention that map to me. It does look awfully tempting. Another one that looks very interesting, and this is actually an older one, but one that I've never played yet, is Upper Michigan River Valley. That one looks fantastic. Greg North, how you doing, man? How you doing? Welcome to the stream, bud. I did look at MRG mapping. He's got some really interesting stuff. Old Timer Dave last week was telling me I needed to take a look at MRG, and that guy's doing good work, really good work. Well, there you go. I don't know of any. Wait a minute. Somebody I thought was doing a map called Back Home Again, but I can't remember who that was. And it hasn't been released, but it was supposed to be an Indiana map. And I haven't seen it yet. It's the only Indiana map that I'm aware of, and it's not released. I have not played Flint Hills, although I've heard about that one a lot too. Hunter, you're not going to come in here and shill your own channel. I will mute you, buddy. You don't get to disrespect me like that. So far, the stream's doing real well. Starting off pretty good on a Saturday night. Can't complain. I should stream more. I just don't have enough time, especially now that we've taken on the farming face-off. At least that gets me a second for sure stream during the week, so kind of forces me to commit. Otherwise I get distracted with other projects. I'm always doing something, always. Why did Grower's Farm disappear? I thought that one had been around forever. Oh, I see, Hunter. My apologies. I will check out the song. I will do that. As soon as I can. Well, I'm glad you... My voice is not happy with me this evening. Yeah, keep throwing the map suggestions out, guys, because I am definitely looking for something new. I really kind of feel like this one's played out pretty much. By the end of this stream, I'm pretty sure Almosta Farm will be a farm. I should probably go check on my onion harvester and see how it's doing. Take it easy, Beast. Have a great night. Kim, welcome. I can always count on you being here. How's it going, Kim? You old man, you. Or I'm sorry, Brandon. Brandon. Yeah, I hear you, firefighting farmer. Hey, thank you, Kevin. Thank you very much. I really, really appreciate that. I may not be the best at what I do, but I'll tell you what, I try as hard as I can. I really do. Although I'm starting to think I should take up modding because those guys get all the attention. I'm sure Caveman would be with us here tonight, except he's trying to record his episode for rebuilding Grandpa's farm. Oh, Brandon, don't tease me like that. You bring me tater tots with cheese and I might just ask you to marry me. Oh wait, I can't say that to you. You're 14 years old. Never mind. But speaking of which, what are you guys doing to scare off all the female farmers? Why do we not get any female farmers in the stream? I have looked at Cornell. I've actually got it loaded on my machine. It is a very nice map. But we have a... Hey, OTD, how you doing, man? Great stream on Island Life. We were talking about that earlier. I've been asking these guys what I should do for a new map because I'm starting to feel like Almosta Farm is played out here. And getting suggestions, although Island Life is definitely on the table. And while I appreciate Kaz's maps like no other, I really, really do. We've been playing a lot of Kaz maps on Harv's World, and I thought maybe these guys might want to see something a little bit different. I mean, that's not to say that all of Kaz's maps are the same. Don't take it that way, you know. But there are other map makers out there who these guys might want to take a look at also. Sharko, I think your fiance may be just a little bit disappointed in that question. I hate to be the one to break this to you, bud, but yeah, she's not going to be very happy with you. Update to what, Kevin? Are you waiting for an update for Island Life or what? For an update for Island Life or what? Chellington Valley, I'll tell you right now, is a beautiful map. I am doing a series on Chellington Valley, a survival series. Actually, my first survival series ever. Episode 7 of Chellington Valley will post tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Plubsy, how you doing? Haven't seen you around too much lately. Good to have you here in the middle of the night for you. Oh, Bucks County is getting an update? Yeah, see, that's a problem. I ran into that with Chellington, where when a map first releases, then there's an update right away. You know the drill. Oh, let's go check on our onion harvester and see what he's got going on over here. Oh, he's almost done. West Texas role play. I could play I shot the sheriff in the background. How did that happen? These guys should be. Oh, oops. See, there is a lot, and I'm not saying that it's unfounded or whatever, but there is a lot of drama in the modding communities. You know, if I was a modder, I would really be very careful about sticking to my own stuff. But then you can't even count on that because when you do, there's still going to be somebody to come out and say, oh, well, your egg palette looks just like my egg palette. Well, Pineapple Bay was released a long time ago. Like, that map was over a year old. It had to have been at least a year old when I did started my series on it, and then all of a sudden a new update comes out for it. Alright, well, this guy's going to take forever to do the last little bit of this. I don't want that. Harv? I want this beast. I want the Dawn. Oh, I don't know about that, Hunter. Mods always need updates. You like what you like, Brandon. Just because you like something doesn't mean, and somebody else doesn't mean you're weird. Maybe they're weird for not liking it. Sharko. Well, Kevin, you too can have this combine. It is publicly available. Oh, Plubsy, you would have been really good. Actually, you know, if it takes off, and starts moving things forward, things start moving forward, I've actually considered the possibility of like doing a European version in the afternoons, assuming my time constraints don't get in the way. Why is this wanting to be difficult all of a sudden? Hey, Newall, how you doing, man? Good to see you again. We've got that funkiness going on again. Yeah, we're going to need a lot more interest than we've got so far, though. Why is this doing that? I know the header's lowered. Something ain't right. Well, I guess it looks like I'm going to need to get a new harvester, at least to do corn and stuff, so I will sort that out. I mean, it's not like I don't have the money, and I've got 500,000 liters of onions that I can sell. Yes, old timer Dave, I heard you say oh, use the other header for corn? Or for sunflowers? Okay, I'll try that. I didn't even realize it would work. Got it. No need to yell. Oh, I don't know why I did that. Oh well. Now I'm all hornswoggled, finagled. Don't start with me, Hunter. Don't even do it. I'm giving you fair warning, bud. I'm all kinds of whopper jawed now. Okay. Take a deep breath. Get this other freaking header. Go check on the Panther 2. Oh, okay. That's just old habits dying hard, apparently. You get that. I need a corn header in your head because you've done sunflower so many times. And hey, look at that. Dave knows what he's talking about. Alright, before I get too far into this, let me go get rid of... Okay, let me go take care of this guy. You're not full. Oh, he's probably set to stop at 95%. Oh well. I'll finish it myself. Like, gosh, having to finish up work for a worker in FS19. That's a shocker, right? I didn't know I was put on this earth to make John Deere happy. I'm pretty sure John Deere made himself happy. And actually, it's kind of funny that you should mention that. Funny you should mention that, Hunter, because I was looking at a John Deere seed drill on ModHub. You know, one of the big air carts, the new one that came out. And I remembered you complaining that it didn't have, or the John Deere didn't have an American flag on it, and I didn't see one on this one either. So I ignored the John Deere air cart. All right, onions done. Hey, Solstice, how you doing, man? Welcome to Horror's World on a Saturday night. Well, if God's not happy, he can come and tell me himself. That's all I got to say about that. John Deere makes fine farm equipment. But I'm also not going to make it the focus of every stream I do. Actually, to be fair, I haven't made anything the focus of my streams, so except the Fent 1050. And you know, I got to tell you guys, I have to tell you, on the new Kaz map, Island Life, and I made sure to point this out when Dave was showing the map off the other night, that Kaz included in the starting equipment the Fent 1050. Oh yeah, there's a Fent 1050 starting equipment on Island Life. It's going to be fantastic. Onions. Oh, look at Newall paying out big on the onions. Outstanding. Let's go make some money. Let's go see what these onions are worth. Honest Newall wants to make me a rich man. Who am I to deny him? And I thought he was down south. Isn't Honest Newall's down here? Yes. That's right, Kevin. Newall. That means, well, I could. You know, we'll see. I like the idea, but I don't need to go on another daily mod hunt. I do that for all of my other series already. I kind of like to keep Saturday nights casual. Alright, Honest Newall. He's going to make me a rich man. 489,000 liters of onions. Are we going to have $1 million stream, guys? $700,000. We only need 300,000 more. We could have $1 million stream. Alright, is it just me, or is the Peterbilt a little excessive on the Jake brake? I kind of feel like the Jake brake is a little excessive on this truck. Yeah, like, you should be able to turn off the Jake brake. There isn't a truck driver on the planet who wants to keep his sanity that runs the Jake brake all the time. Trust me, I know from personal experience, it gets old. Give the Jake break a break. Actually, Hunter, that's pretty good. Oh. Well, the Peterbilt mod is out there. It's nothing special. I don't remember where I got it from. Probably Mod Network somewhere. A snowmobile. Okay, one of the coolest things about the Dawn here is the startup sound. I love that it has to crank before it will finally fire. That's awesome. Whoa, that was fun. Man, I got all kinds of funkiness going on tonight. I barely tapped the key and it just went flying off to the right. Do 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 do. You know why that is, Hurstus? You won't find a mod that's console only because PC is the is what's open. Consoles are the ones who restrict everything. I mean, it's not the modders, guys. Keep that in mind. It's not the modders. Trust me. If the modders could get their mods on console, they would do it. It's Sony and Microsoft that prevent you guys from getting the mods on console. It's those big companies who don't want you to have the same amount of fun we PC players get to have. Oh, I understand, Cerstus, but we have quite a few younger viewers in who may have some misconceptions. I knew you knew why. I mean, ask old timer Dave how long Kaz has been trying to get Rustic Acres on console. Hunter, who doesn't know the TLX 9000? Literally everybody. It's one of the more famed mods, I think. Brandon, now that you ask, no, I have not had a cigarette in weeks. It's got to be a month now. Ixnay on the tobacco. I don't believe I have the TLX installed. Because you know what happens? I install stuff like that, and it's like the Harv mobile sitting down there, or my pickup truck sitting down there. It just sits. Hey, thank you, Sirstus. Thank you very much. I just said, Hunter. I mean, okay, yeah, it's cool that some people make cars and stuff like that for Farm Sim, but honestly, what good are they going to do me on sunflowers? What's a TLX going to do for me when I'm harvesting sunflowers or onions or wheat or anything or planting it or whatever? It's Farm Sim, not Grand Theft Auto. If I'm worried about cars and trucks, I'll go play GTA 5. If I want to sail ships, I'll go play Assassin's Creed Black Flag. Same here, Matt. Wish I had never started. It is one seriously heavy monkey on your back, man. Well, this Saturday night stream is not as strong as some of our previous ones, which either means I'm getting more and more boring, or that can't possibly be the case, could it? Okay, it could definitely possibly be the case, but this map is probably a little bit played out. Took a pickup trailer, bulldozer, and hauled it, and guess what happened? What happened, Brandon? that's that's a pretty fair assessment, Matt. Stop that. Oh, are you talking about the cab over? I was thinking of I was thinking of the TLX 2020, I think. Alright, now what's my helper got up to? Besides needing a serious thumping on the noggin. Hey, this driver drives like me. Well, we're going to have to take a look and show you what we... Oh, I see. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I that always makes me smile a little bit too, Solstice. Like, why are those solid? So, guys, how many of you just drop in for the streams, and how many of you actually watch some of my Let's Play series? Anybody? Or are you just around for tutorials and stuff like that? Kind of curious about that. I don't know, does it leave a swath? I'm not entirely sure. Straw is not available for the current fruit type. That would be a negative, Ghost Rider. Yeah, Mr. Patch, the first time I think I saw you was on that first run of Farming Face Off. So welcome. You're one of my newer ones. I appreciate you being here. I really do. Because I think everybody goes through this at some point, but there are those days when you just sit back and go, man, I'm killing myself to do this, and is it worth it? Is it really worth it? Don't get me wrong, it's fun, but it is an amazing, an astounding amount of work. You have no idea how much work. Like, you guys watch a 30 or 40-minute episode of a Let's Play. Well, that took me 4 or 5 hours to put that episode together. Just getting set up for that first farming face-off, I probably put in a good, between brainstorming sessions and actual work to get done, probably 25 to 30 hours. My night's going pretty good. Mildly casual. Our Saturday night stream is not doing as well as it has in the past. That's a little disconcerting, but what are you going to do? That's right. The episode that Sharko and Caveman, Anton and Martin, I should say, did for Pineapple Bay for that one episode, we recorded for 5 hours for a 4-minute segment of video. 5 hours. Although, to be fair, we ended up having some pretty serious mod issues that we had to recover from. And then the game crashed, and so we lost about 2 hours worth of work and had to go back and redo all of that work. But yeah, that's the kind of stuff that happens when you do this sort of thing. Thanks, Mr. Patch. I'm really enjoying Chellington Valley, although I need to start moving beyond contracts, but yeah, that's a possibility, Matt. Marilyn, good to see you. Good to see you, my dear. Glad to have you here. I was just giving the guys the third degree about why they're chasing off all the lady farmers. Why we never see girls in the farm sim streams. I can always count on you, though. Yeah, Sharko, I thought you got your girlfriend into Farm Sim. Didn't you say you bought like extra copies of the game and the whole 9 yards to get her going on Farm Sim? Oh, that's another reason you were doing so well against Caveman the other night because um isn't she stuck with no mods or something like that, so you have to play base game only? And then the other question I was thinking about was how many of you guys play the game just because it's a game to play, or how many of you play because you're actually into architecture, agriculture. You actually enjoy farming, the aspects of farming, learning more about what goes on in the real world. Even though this is a simulation, it's not real, but it does give you an appreciation for what farmers have to go through to get their crops out of the ground. Yeah, Mr. Patch, this is called The Dawn, and it's a mod by Kaz64, the guy who made this map. And it was included with this map, but it's also available as a separate download on Papa Smurf. So you can add it to whatever map you want. It's a pretty slick little machine because it's got either a forage collector on the back. It also has a baler that will attach to the back. And it's fast. The only slight downside to it is it's got a smallish tank on it, only about 10, not quite 11,000 liters. I've been hearing an awful lot about precision farming. I have not tried it out yet, to be honest. It seemed like it was going to be a little bit fiddly, and I've heard there are still problems with it. Giants hasn't completely worked out all the bugs. So I'm kind of waiting until I start hearing people say that it's in good shape. I understand the general idea behind it. No problem there. Kind of depends on the gravy, Brandon. And a lot of people have different definitions of what constitutes gravy. Amen to that, Kevin. Amen to that. I just find it very relaxing. It's a really nice way to just jump on, play for a little while. It's not like super stressful or anything. It's not overbearing, over the top. You know, you're not wired all the time. You're not wired when you get done playing like a lot of the first-person shooters. And don't get me wrong; those are fun. But when I just want to kick back and chill, Farm Sim is the game for me. That's exactly the point I was going to make, Sirstus. A lot of people called marinara sauce or spaghetti sauce gravy. Brandon, let's see. You had tater tots tonight. You already said you're going to have tater tots with cheese and gravy for breakfast tomorrow, and you're having tater tots for the Super Bowl. As my mother would always say, you're going to turn into a tater tot. Well, I love tater tots too, Brandon. They are one of my favorite things. When you start talking about tomato sauce as gravy in it, brings one thought to mind. You call red sauce gravy, and I think leave the gun, take the cannoli. Oh, I can make a mean sausage gravy, let me tell you. All right. Onions done. Sunflowers done. I'll go sell off those sunflower seeds. No point in keeping them around. And where do we stand? My worker seems to be plowing that field over there. Right now he's wasting a lot of time backing up. I don't know why, but he is. And that also makes me think, Sirstus, that if your family calls red sauce gravy, they must be Italian. All right, sunflowers. Who's buying and for how much? Oh, Honest Newalls has the best price on sunflowers, but he's dropping, so I need to get him over there. He's somewhere down in this direction. We'll find him. You're hearing me twice? Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I was pretty sure, Sirstus, that that was definitely an Italian thing. You know, I've done this often enough now. I should just know where this is at. But no. Oh, I went too far. That's why. I'll just borrow this field. This guy won't mind. And this field. And this field. I don't hear me twice either. Boy, when you make $700,000 for onions and you only make $40,000 for sunflower seeds, it kind of brings it all into perspective, doesn't it? You're a mutt. Corn with seasons. That's because you're probably not driving a Fendt, Sharko. Probably have a John Deere. Okay, what am I doing now? I better go check this guy. Well, I have the stream playing on my phone. That's what you were hearing. I'm sure of it. And since I've got my headphones on, the phone was probably a little bit louder than what I thought it was. So I've turned the volume all the way down on it. So I'm sure that's exactly what had happened. You know, playing on Shillington Valley, I've actually picked up an appreciation for the Vultras, and I'll tell you why. A specific reason. Because, and in my opinion, this is a bit of a flaw. Now, don't get me wrong. Shillington Valley is a stunningly beautiful map. It's some of the prettiest scenery I've ever seen on a map anywhere. Sorry, Kaz, but you have your work cut out for you to match Oxygen David in that department. Although you definitely rate right up there, buddy. Anyway, the amount of baling contracts, on Shillington Valley is just short of ridiculous. I mean, don't get me wrong. I understand that grass is big business in the UK. But wow. Like, there's 4 baling contracts for every other kind of contract out there. And you just can't keep recording baling contract after baling contract after baling contract and expect people to keep watching. They're going to be like, oh God, he's doing another baling contract. I know this is a survival thing, but he's bailing again. But all told, Shillington Valley is actually progressing nicely. I've made my way through it. But yes, The Valtras are exceptionally nice for grass work because they have such a tight turn radius. They're a very short wheelbase tractor. Yeah, Surstis, it is available. Oxygen David came out and said he will no longer work with Giants, but he will release the mods privately. It's even been updated. There is a link in my Discord. I can't remember exactly where he put it now either. Trying to think. Nope, can't remember. Where are we at on the wheat field? It's still not ready yet. Oh, I know what I was going to do. Eggs. I need to go sell some eggs. This truck will not do it. So you know what that means? That means I got $1.5 million I can spend. And just get a small flatbed trailer and be done with it. I don't even know what I've got installed, if anything. Oh, look at that. This should do quite nicely. Perfect. No, you know, I was going to mention that, Kim. Everybody said I needed to add a dog. You in particular, bud. And then we never gave him a name. And no, I do not have super strength on, ladies and gentlemen. These pallets just work this way. Good enough. Now, where's the eggs going? Oh, there they are. Nerf. Zeke's white and creamy. Man, they're paying high too. 5,700. Bonus. Hey Kaz, how you doing? We were talking earlier about your new map, bud. I was letting everybody know that Island Life came out earlier today. Old Timer Dave stopped in for a little bit. Newall was here. And yeah, I downloaded it from your Facebook page earlier today, and I'm looking forward to checking that out. And everybody, this is an opportunity for you to thank one of the amazing modders who put this stuff together for our enjoyment. Mr. Taylor makes some fabulous maps, and he does it because he loves to do it, but he also does it so that you can enjoy Farm Sim as much as he does. Well, Leo is a good thought. Sharko. Yes, the last egg out of the last box will be named Sharko. How about that? Yeah, this is a great map, Kaz. This really is. I was just telling the guys I think we've about played it out, though. I'm making more money than I know what to do with at this point, and we're looking for a new place to venture to. Alright, what are my eggs going to pay me? Zeke's white and creamy. It's paying really well. $10 grand, and that wasn't even a full pallet. Oh, it's coming up. The Charco egg is about to be sold. Hey, that was a good egg payday. Island life would be a good start. I Yeah, I was thinking about doing a pure start from scratch. No money, no nothing. Just waltz into the island. Too bad I couldn't get like a parachute to drop me in or something. I'm a Navy command or a Navy SEAL dropped on the island to do intelligence, and I'm going to hide amongst the local population, pretending to be an out of work farmer. No, sir. No mods whatsoever. At least nothing that would affect egg prices. But I could show you right here. Zeke's white and creamy, paying $57.12. That's what it topped out at. Normal economy. But if I name my dog after you, Brandon, it would be confused because it wouldn't know whether to come to the name Kim or Brandon. See what I did there? No, Kaz. GTX. They're actually on Mod Hub. They're some brilliant mixers. They're a little bit slower than a lot of the bigger ones that use silos and such. But I've been using these for, gosh, 9 months now probably. And I love them. He did a really good job. And they're all tip in, or you can put bales in. They'll take either way. They're actually empty at the moment. But they have digital readouts that will show you exactly how much of each commodity you have in. And then it will tell you right here. And you can also get a HUD that pops up to tell you all of that too. But they're pretty darn slick. I love them. I use them all the time. Yeah, I probably had too much tractor for that trailer, but it got the job done. And it was the only real small flatbed I had those. I had those. Well, I think he sized them appropriately. No, they're not global company required, not at all. Although recently I've been gaining a much bigger appreciation of global company. I hadn't ever really used it before other than to have it installed for a few of its little bonus features like place anywhere and the horse helper aspect of it. But I've actually been using some of their industries, and that's pretty nice stuff, I have to tell you. You think precision farming brings another level to your gameplay? Global company actually brings a little purpose to your gameplay. You know, why am I making this? Well, I need it to make this. I like that aspect of it. But yeah, this is all tip in. But they will also accept bales. On my Pineapple Bay series, one of the restrictions I had was I was on an island where they had outlawed chemical fertilizers and herbicide. I still can't make herbicide because I haven't installed that particular one, but I just installed the factory that makes fertilizer from digestate. I was already making digestate to use as fertilizer, but now I can just turn the digestate into chemical fertilizer. It goes a lot farther. But yeah, then you just pull under the spout and it'll load your trailer for you. So this is a pretty slick mod by GTX. If you're going to have large cattle, you're going to need multiples, and they are expensive, like 90 grand to place one. And the reason I got so far into global company on Pineapple Bay was because I'm trying to make rum. That's been the goal the whole time. Because, of course, the backstory is that my aunt, my long lost great aunt or whomever she was descended from pirates and had an old pirate rum recipe that I'm trying to recreate. Which means I get to do sugarcane for the first time in my life. Alright, take it easy, Brandon. You have a good night, bud. Appreciate you stopping in as always. You guys. All right, where are we at? We've kind of done everything again. I guess I could plant field 16. What appears is to be one last time. So if I have to put one last crop in that field, any recommendations, guys? Hey, Petal, how you doing? Oh yeah, we can do that. We can do that. I'm close enough now to. I am not planting alfalfa or clover. Those are evil, evil crops that never ever go away. Okay. Let's get our cows on the farm. Since we've got all this money, and one of the goals was to get cows, we're definitely going to do that. Take care, Kaz. Thanks for stopping in, man. Really, really appreciate it. And personally, I like the black and white cows. Oh, I've already got a field of sugarcane elsewhere. But not on this map. Well, if you want your cows to make more cows, then you need to buy all the same color. But if you don't care about that, if you just want to be concerned about milk, then you can buy whatever color you want. On seasons, you're absolutely right. Wow, they need a lot of water. It's not even registering that that's filling up. Now all I need is total mixed ration and straw. And I have no straw. That's why I've got a wheat field planted. But they'll do fine with just TMR. Because I have no shortage of TMR. The animals are a nice sideline. you're not going to make a lot of money with animals unless you like really get into quantity. I think the only time I ever made real money with chickens, for example, was when I had about 1,500 of them. But it's nice to have something different to do on the farm. I could plant cotton. Cotton is actually really good money. What does it make on this map? Although I've done an awful lot of cotton on Pineapple Bay. Oh, maybe we do tobacco. Or hemp. That's true. Horses are good money makers. They just take time. Sheep, on the other hand, I've never made any real money with sheep. Yeah, cotton's not bad. 3,000. I will tell you, after that, you know, Solstice, there are a lot of people who will still swear that 17 is the better game. And they still play it. And it's still available, and there's still people making mods for it. Yeah, if you're playing vanilla, you're right, a sheep's money is all in the wool. On seasons, you get different kind of sheep that are for different things. Oh, where am I going? I need to go in this gate. Sharko's had some experience with sheep. Alright, cows, how much TMR do you need? Oh, they didn't take... They took about 175,000 liters to fill them up. I have never played 17. I started last April on FS19. Have no experience with past iterations, and I've got so much invested in FS19 now that I can't imagine ever having to worry about going back to 17 or anything like that. Man, this Peterbilt is so obnoxiously loud. They really overdid the Jake brake on it. I'm sorry. I love it. It looks beautiful, but the sound on it is just atrocious. You know, I was actually kind of worried about the tree situation on Pineapple Bay. Steering has gotten really weird tonight. This is not me. I swear to God, it's not. Yeah, when I first started, the tree situation on Pineapple Bay was a bit of a concern. It's no longer a concern. I've got way more trees than I will ever need. Way more trees. I will be surprised if I go through all of the trees that we harvested the other day. And I've got another 300 or 400 sitting on the island growing right now that could be harvested in the future if I wanted them to be, or if they need to be. Hey Cole, how you doing, man? Good to see you here, bud. Yeah, I don't know what was going on there. I really don't. It just all of a sudden decided to spin the harvester did that earlier too. It's almost like I've got a key sticking. I'm gonna have to check my keyboard when this is over. And I don't even want to hear you should play with a controller. Doing good, doing good. Well, I might just need a log handler at some point, Sharko. Although the next batch of trees that come out are at the sawmill proper, so they just need to be cut, delimbed, and drug into the trigger. I don't know if you guys saw that logging episode on Pineapple Bay, but we put like 2.3 million liters of wood into the global company sawmill. I've used about 200,000 liters of that and made 50 pallets of boards and probably another 30 pallets of other junk. If anybody would know about that, Matt, it would be you. That's kind of like one of those phrases where people say, smart mouths come from slow brains. Or smart mouths come from dumb brains, I should say. There we go. Oh, trust me, Sirstus. You actually, I have to tell you, one of the most impressive log handlers I have ever seen was Sharko when he helped me record that episode of Pirates Bay Farm. He kind of has that whole mechanic down, like pat. I've never seen anybody handle trees as well as he was able to. Because I'm right there with you, man. It gets so fiddly that I get frustrated with it, and then I just go, screw it, I'm going to go grab an auto-load trailer and be done with this. But not him. He actually really knows how to do it. Like in the 4-minute clip that was in that video, the person driving the loader was Sharko the whole time, and he was really moving all those logs. I just wish Giants would actually write a game that has a good physics engine in it to begin with. It's not just the logs. It's the physics on virtually everything. That's the one area where they have truly failed, is the physics. You can't handle pallets. You can't even pick up a box of eggs because if you turn too fast, it goes flying out of your hand. Yeah, that's realistic. Oh, but we can make a precision farming mod. Yeah, you ever need logging work done, Sharko's your man. Absolutely, without a doubt. Hey, look at that. I'm not broke anymore, or I'm not rich anymore. I just spent all my money on cows. Hey, Shaming Man, how you doing? Well, I think I'm doing a final wrap up on Almosta Farm. I think this is going to be the last little bit on this map. I don't know where I'm going yet, but wherever it is, it's bound to be fun. Although it's always a little bit sad to say goodbye to a map you've spent so many hours on. It's kind of funny doing Let's Play series and whatnot. I don't know. How other people feel about it, but when I do the final episode of a Let's Play series, I'm always a little bit sad at the end of it. It's always just a little bit melancholy, going, this one's over. Well, I got to tell you, Sirstus, there are many, many, many pieces of logging equipment out there that are better than the ponds. The Russian tree harvester that I use on, I'm going to get this all jacked up here, on Wilhelmina Forest off the grid, is one of the best tree harvesters I've ever used anywhere. And in my opinion, it looks a lot cooler than the ponds. That's true, Shaming Man. Hard walking away from one, but it is very exciting when getting started on something new. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. That, oh, it's unfolding. Just get on with it. Oh, I hate those. I hate the trees that you have to physically cut all the big branches off of. Which I will tell you, I recently discovered the Lumberjack mod, and that thing is a bit of a game changer. If you haven't used it, give it a try. The Lumberjack mod is pretty darn sweet. Hey, G, sup? Haven't been able to say sup, G. Oh, right on. We've picked up a couple more since the stream started. Outstanding. It is the push to 900. We're not going to get there tonight, but within a day or two, fingers crossed, from this stream to God's ears, all that jazz. Well, and then there's always that solstice. There's some really good tree grinders out there now. Oh, thanks, G. I appreciate that, man. Thank you very much. And Sharko's here too, so he appreciates that as well, I'm sure. It's going to get better too. It's a little bit rough around the edges for the first time, but we're going to iron out the kinks. What we really need right now are for people to pony up, decide they want to compete. I guess I'm going to have to like break out a tin can and take donations to maybe buy prizes. Because right now, first prize is, hey guys, I won the farming face-off. How cool am I? Although I have created a design to make some Harv's World merch. If at some point I can get that taken care of. This is no fly-by-night operation. In fact, I bet Sharko right now would be willing to tell you just how seriously I take all of this. I probably drive him and Caveman nuts with all of my questions, and they've been so kind and so incredibly willing to help. They are definitely my brain trust, and I would be lost without them. But Harv's World is not going anywhere for a long time if I've got anything to say about it. So did we ever decide, guys, did we ever decide where we're going from Almosta Farm? I don't know. Kaz stopped in and he was thinking island life might be a good destination. What do you guys think? Are you looking for something different? You want to see another Kaz map? I mean, it's all about me having fun doing some casual farming, but at the same time, I want to do something you guys will enjoy watching. And what the heck happened there? I know I swear to God I lowered that. It was lowered. Oh, I'm out of seed. Yeah, that'll do it. Smash that like button if you enjoy watching Harv run out of seed and still keep trying to seed. Thanks, Firefighting Farmer. Which I believe is Tristan. Am I right? That's Tristan, right? Just want to be sure. But thanks for looking out for Harv. Greatly appreciated. And I'm starting to feel like my chat has frozen up on me again. Yep, it had frozen. Let's see those. Just catching up on chat here for a second. It's called Island Life, Matt. No, it's not you guys. It's something. So, when I stream, YouTube opens something called YouTube Studio. And for some reason, it just freezes sometimes, and the chat window will freeze. I can still see the video going just fine. Everything's going just fine. All of a sudden, it will stop sending chat messages. Unter Griesbach. I was kind of throwing around the idea of Cornell. It's one that I've wanted to play for a long time. It is a beautiful map if you've never checked it out. Sharko is right about that. And what do you guys think? Seasons? I haven't done anything with seasons in quite a long time. You know, Cerstius, I actually kind of get the feeling that a lot of these companies, Twitch, YouTube, probably not Twitch so much since it's always been their focus, but like YouTube, for example, I think coronavirus, COVID, has really kind of thrown a wrench into them because all these people are sitting around twiddling their thumbs going, I think I want to make a YouTube channel. I'm bored sitting around here. And, you know, so now they've got a few million extra people stuck at home all deciding to stream to YouTube. And they've had to play some serious catch up here in the last 6 months or so. Oh, I see. You're just talking about for chat. Yeah, that would be nice. Thank you, Kevin. I very much appreciate that. And as much as I genuinely appreciate you guys, and I do, I can't thank you all enough for the support you've given to me and to Harv's World. We gotta have more. We gotta have more of you guys. So I try to balance it out. I try to do what I can for the faithful. At the same time, I try to do what I can to bring the even more faithful followers into Harv's World. And I am completely offline here. Look at that. It doesn't matter. This is going to be the last planting on this field anyway. And it's hemp. By the time they're done harvesting it, they won't even know what they're harvesting. They'll be like, yeah, bro, this was an awesome field. Personally, I always wondered if when you harvest hemp, if you could just use a tedder so it would dry quicker. I never have buffering issues either on anything that I watch. Although, you know, YouTube is funny because I think, and I'm just talking about their algorithm here, but so you know I've been doing Pineapple Bay and I've been calling it Pirates Bay Farm. And I honestly think YouTube has picked up on that because all of a sudden I'm getting all of these channels about boats and sailing and shipping and all of that stuff. That's what I'm thinking, Matt. Yeah, you would think so. But it also could depend. It could depend on the video quality. Because if they're trying to do it in like a 4D quality or something like that, which in my opinion is kind of pointless anyway. But wouldn't that be sending a lot more data? Which means you would have a more likely chance of buffering. Kevin. That's right. Yo ho ho, buddy. Hunter, all I can say is this: practice makes perfect. Go back and look at how rough my first videos were, man. If you don't think yours are up to snuff, just keep learning and moving forward. Or you can just throw in the towel and quit. But all that makes you is someone who can't finish what they start. Besides, you are a young man. You have a long, long life ahead of you to get it right. You have plenty of time. That's something else people don't understand about this. Are there channels that take off really fast and grow really fast? Sure, there are. Am I incredibly jealous of those channels? You bet your butt I am. I'm not going to lie about it. I am jealous of the people who just light up and take off. My channel has been a slower grower, but it is growing at a good rate. And I learn something every time I record a video. I learn something new every time I take on a new challenge. The farming face-off, you can't imagine how much stuff I had to learn just to make the farming face-off happen. You either have to be prepared to go in for the long haul or quit. Well, tell that to Mr. Sealy P. Hunter. Mr. Sealy P has over 70,000 subscribers and he plays only on PS4. Seriously, dude. It's out there. People doing the same thing. I can say this with absolute 100% certainty, honesty, directness. Streaming is so much easier. Oh my gosh, streaming is so much easier. Now, Why do you think you don't see my face on stream, Sirstus? People don't want to see this ugly old mug on stream. See, it's a bit of a double-edged sword with me. Now, I love the game and I love playing the game, don't get me wrong. But for me, it's also about the feedback that I get from the people who view it. So if other people aren't enjoying it, then it reduces my enjoyment of it. So there are days when you don't hit a home run or you don't have quite the success you've had in the past, and you go, oh man. Because at least for me, I am looking for that positive feedback. Call me narcissistic, whatever you want, but I do need that interaction from subscribers. It's important to me. I will try, Hunter. I'm not going to make you any promises, but I will try. I'm not a big fan of country music. I'm going to tell you this right now. But because you have been so incredibly insistent upon it, I will try. Does that appease you, my good man? See, now what's troubling me at the moment is I know I put... Oh, that's the field creator pack. That doesn't... mother puss bucket. I keep getting that screwed up. I think the cultivator field creator makes cultivators work like a plow. So when a field needs plowed, I've been grabbing my cultivator to try to get the plowed state on there, but that's not what's happening because I am a tool. At least, I'm not a fan of rap either, so we're striking out on both chords there. But hey, I can honestly say there are certain country music songs that I like. There are certain rap songs that I like. Not many in either category, but there are some. The Beastie Boys meet meet Johnny Cash. Oh, I'm sure I did, Kevin. Do you have any idea how many fields I've cultivated, plowed, harvested, and well, I'll tell you, that whole field planted right over there with hemp, I just did it there too. But I'm not going to go back and replow it now. Johnny Cash meets the Beastie Boys. That would be something. Oh yeah, there's a couple Beastie Boy. You know, I'm not like an all around fan of just about anybody. Like I like a few songs from most people, but to say I love those guys, that usually doesn't happen for Harv. That would have been pretty darn good. That was the tour they did when they got back together, right? That's why it was called Hell Freezes Over because everybody said, "Oh, they won't get back together unless hell freezes over." Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, the Eagles were pretty spectacular. What cons? One of the first concerts I ever saw in person was Huey Lewis and the News. That'll tell you something. I drove from Indiana to Wisconsin to see that concert. It was a good show if you're into Huey Lewis and the News. Back in the day, back in the, gosh, it had to be the mid 80s, about 85 probably. It was one of those open air venues where you could get cheap seats by sitting on the lawn. Yeah, the big song Huey Lewis and the News did was called "I Want a New Drug." That's the one that was most popular. But yeah, "The Power of Love" was the other one. That was from Back to the Future. Zins, hey man, haven't seen you in a while. You stopped in last Saturday though, didn't you? Yeah, how's it going, man? You on that long road to becoming a truck driver in about 5 or 6 years? I am doing what I think is the final field work on Almosta Farm. I think next week is going to be a new map, but I haven't decided which one yet. I've got a lot of good suggestions, though. My scope of music used to be a lot broader, but the older I get, the more I really like heavy, hard music that makes my bones shake. I want to feel my music. Not like death metal or anything that outrageous, but hey, Donna Orange, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. Appreciate you being here. We are working on Almosta Farm. I think this is going to be the final episode for Almosta Farm, though. The final stream next Saturday night will be a completely new map. I just don't know which one yet. I have to admit, I am not a George Thorogood fan. I think George Thorogood had a hit, and then every other song that he did after that sounded exactly the same, just with different words and a different beat. But that's just me. Now you're talking, Solstice. I do like some Slipknot. Metallica. I like some Metallica. Um, and I've just got so many that I've really been listening to lately. I can't even think of their names. Oh, one of my favorites is In This Moment. If you haven't ever listened to In This Moment, they do some really good stuff. Hey, and welcome back, Brandon. What an odd thing for you to depart and then come back. No, I never went to see Metallica either. And what is the name? There's one group that I really dig recently, and I'm trying to think of who they were, or who they are. I got to open up my music library and look. I like the Pretty Reckless a lot, but the big one for me right now is Volbeat. Volbeat is awesome, and they are recent. They're fairly new. If you haven't checked them out, I would definitely give them a listen. In This Moment, Blackstone Cherry. Yes, he did, Brandon. Zilch, Never Get Out Alive. Oh, me too, Solstice. Me too. I love that era. That was kind of during my bar hopping days. So, oh, dude, love some Alice in Chains. Wood, Wood is one of my all-time favorite songs. No, Matt, that's why you like In This Moment. I like In This Moment because of their music. She is reasonably attractive. She's not all that. You know what I like about Volbeat? I like they do a lot of really upbeat songs, but you never quite know what you're going to get with them because all of their music has a different style to it. You know, there's one song that they do that starts off and you almost feel like it's a country song, and after about, I don't know, 30 or 40 bars it turns into a heavy metal song. It's brilliant. They do some really good stuff. I actually like a lot of German industrial music too, even though I only understand about a third of the words. There's one called Eisbrecher that I really, really like, that does some really fantastic stuff. If you know anything about KMFDM, it's that kind of stuff. It's not club music per se. It's considered industrial club maybe. Um, but that stuff really turns my crank. Theory of a Dead Man. They're just a fun band. Hell Yeah is another great song. And if you've never heard of them, I don't know that they've ever really broken out, but there's a band called Shaman's Harvest that I really, really like. A couple of their songs, one of them's called Dragonfly, and the other one's called, In Chains. Two great songs. Oh, Brandon, I've mentioned this a few times in the past. If I could have any car on the planet, it would be a 1958 Chevy Impala. Not a restore, a street rod version of it. The 58 Chevy Impala would be my car of choice if money were not an object. Still a nice car, Sirstus. Not quite what I had in mind, but still a nice car. My first car ever was a 66 four-door Chevy Impala. It lasted for all of 6 months. And then the transmission died, and it was more rust than paint, so that car pretty much died along with the transmission. Uh, Brandon, I have played Fortnite, but I would never play it again. Does that answer your question? 81 Trans Am. Yeah, when I was growing up, everybody's dream car was the Smokey and the Bandit Trans Am. I went to high school with a girl whose parents bought her one. My first car was a 1966 Chevy Impala four door. No, in fact, as far as Battle Royale goes, Apex Apex Legends is far, far, far and above Fortnite. See, I didn't like what the car companies did to all the cars in the early 80s. They took all of their sports cars that had all of these unique and interesting designs and they just turned them all into rolling wings. They all looked the same. Even the Corvette looked the same. You couldn't tell the difference between a Pontiac Firebird and a Corvette because they all had that hard wing shape to them. They lost all their style and their class. Oh, now that's a sweet ride, Kevin. A 70 Chevelle. Nice. Very nice. '68 Firebird. That'd be a sweet ride, too. Now, after a '58 Impala, if I could have any car I wanted, it would be a 2010 Camaro or a late 60s Camaro SS. But I really like the new Camaros that came out around 2010, 2011. I don't like the later versions, though. I like the very first ones. I'm not a big fan of the new Challengers, though. They're okay. I don't think they're anything special, though. Nah, I like it just the way it is, Sirstus. But I can understand why they would do that. And I'm going to tell you guys, if you have not seen it, and you like cars and racing and a little bit of car racing history, you should watch Ford versus Ferrari. That was a great movie. Yeah, that's fair. I mean, anything from General Motors, shared parts. A lot of times it it was so dramatic. All it was changing the nameplate. Really, they could argue, stats and all of that, but the cars were so similar you couldn't tell them apart. Really. Yep, that's exactly what I said, Matt. A '90 Chevy, or well, what kind of Chevy, or Brandon? I mean, there were a lot of Chevys in the 90s, and there's a lot of Chevys in 2020. Okay, what kind of car? There's a lot of Chevy cars and a lot of Chevy, or a lot of Chevy cars, different models. What model? It's a great map. I'll tell you what, you could do a lot worse. That's not even a fair assessment. You could do a lot worse. Boy, there's high praise. No, it's a great map. It really is. It's been a lot of fun to play on. Um, but I'll tell you, especially when you get into those root crops, it's pretty easy to make quick money. And for me, playing the game has always been about building a farm to a point. Brandon Thunderbird is not Chevrolet. I hate to tell you this, bud. But for me, building a good farm is making it self-sustaining. You've got everything in place so that um, there's no possible way to lose money anymore. You're not struggling for cash. I've got 400 cows. Gosh, how many ducks do I have? 400? 450 ducks. Oh, 401. One of my cows has already given birth. I've got a wheat field. I've got a hop field. I've got a hemp field. And I've got 2 other fields that just need to be planted, even though they're small. Almosta Farm is a full-blown farm. I've got 2 Fendt 1050s. What more could I ask for? Now the question is, when is Tesla going to start painting their cars with photovoltaic paint so that it absorbs the sun's energy and recharges the car without the need for plugging them in? Come on, Charco, this is a question especially for you. Go get your tin foil. Yeah, we're all going to need tinfoil hats pretty soon. You have any idea how many satellites are up there spying on us right now? Hey, that's what we should do. We should have a conspiracy theory stream. Can we create a conspiracy theory? It can't be one that's already out there either. It has to be a brand new one. And I will make this argument all day long and twice on Sunday. You know, they're doing this because they think it's going to save the planet because of carbon emissions. Guess what? Something has to produce all of that electricity to keep all of those vehicles charged up. Guess what that is? A lot of those are still coal-powered power plants. I don't know if he'll get a person to Mars in 10 years, but I'll bet he gets a rocket to Mars for sure. I mean, he's already got a Tesla on the way. I guess it's just a matter of getting there to drive it. Although I will say that was one of the most brilliant things I've ever seen sent into space. Just because I love love what they put on the dash. Hey Joe Mack, how you doing, bud? You're always catching us at the very end. Got about another 14, 15 minutes left here. All right, who knows what was on the dash of the Tesla that got sent out into space? And tell me what it meant. Come on, guys, somebody's got to know. Oh, people were all up in arms and butthurt about nuclear power in the U.S. long before Chernobyl. Remember the 70s? Go watch the movie The China Syndrome sometime with Jane Fonda, Michael Douglas, and Jack Lemmon. And 3 Mile Island, that's right, Sirstus. In fact, I want to say the China Syndrome was kind of based on 3 Mile Island to some degree. Okay, nobody knows what was on that Tesla and why it was so funny. On the dashboard, lit up in bright electric light, were the words, "Don't panic." And what makes that so funny is what makes that so funny is that's the main phrase in the book, Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Exactly, Sharko. Don't panic. And don't forget your towel. You have to have a towel if you want to survive in space. And don't watch the movie version of Hitchhikers. Read the book. It's so much better. And I enjoyed the movie, but the book is 10 times better. Just like all books are better than movies. No one can ever do a proper movie based on a book. I'm sorry, they can't. I wasn't calling anybody a towel. I might have said troll. They sound similar. Always have your towel and don't feed the trolls. All right, take care, Brandon. Enjoy the Super Bowl yourself, bud. Oh, I've watched an episode or two of South Park, but not recently. It's been a long time. I've actually seen the very first South Park ever made that was not on television and could not be because it was twice as vulgar as the movie version was. Let's put it this way, I know who Mr. Hanky is. Hey, look at that. I managed to get all the fields prepped. South Park does give Canadians a very hard time, Sharko. Oh, Towley. I forgot about Towley. Well, this is time just about right. I did have to slow time down because it's starting to get awfully dark, but 2 hours at 5 times speed, I think that's what we decided was just about the right amount of time. And it's working out, just like it's supposed to. I was about to say the same thing, Cerstus. I'm pretty sure I don't have weeds turned on here. I have to take the Harv-mobile out for one final Almosta Farm spin. If I can get it out of this farmyard. Woo! That's what I'm talking about. Boy, that got squirrely all of a sudden. It's almost like somebody did something to the engine. Yeah, this is one of my favorite things. Not that rush of water though. I was quite pleased with myself that I figured out how to edit this mod to put Harv's World on the side, I have to admit. Yeah, what I really need to do is see if I could fill in that river right there. I don't think this is a hearse. I think this might have been styled after a bread truck. Oh yeah, that's very much a 50s. It's an Apache. Yeah, I'll get it back in the light, and I'll show you the front of it so you can see. Nah, I'm pretty sure this is 50s. It's got that same front fender styling as the 55 and the 57. The fat fender era. Oh, there we go. I haven't really looked at this. This is pretty nice. Oh, that would be pretty sweet, Solstice. The old Woodies were awesome. Whoa, got magically lagtastic all of a sudden. Help if I turn the lights off so you can actually see. Could put some neon underneath it. That'd be kind of cool. I'm not the biggest fan, but sometimes it would look pretty slick. Well, ladies and gents, it's been fun as always. You guys are always amazing, fantastic. I love hanging out with you guys on Saturday night. But I think that's probably going to do it, not only for the stream, but for Almosta Farm. I'll be giving a lot of thought about where we go from here. And of course, you can always keep throwing suggestions my way. I'm always listening. But wherever we go, I'm sure the Harvmobile will make it there. It'll have to. If you haven't yet and you enjoyed the stream, don't forget to hit the like button. Very much appreciate it. We are on the push to 900, and we've gotten a lot closer. Not there yet, but we're definitely getting closer. Again, I really appreciate each and every one of you. You guys are awesome. We'll, if I don't see you Wednesday, we'll see you next Saturday for sure. And who knows, I might throw an impromptu stream in from time to time. Hard to tell. Plubsy, Mr. Patch, Solstice, Joe Mac, Matt, Kevin, everybody. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate it. Till next time, take care.